Jeff Bezos just quietly funded something that could gut entire industries, and almost nobody is talking about it. His new startup Prometheus just raised $12 billion in a single round to build what they're calling an artificial general engineer. There's a detail buried in the valuation math here that fundamentally changes what this means for the economy. And when I dug into who's actually behind this thing, what I found stopped me cold. Here's why this matters right now. We've spent years watching AI learn to write emails and generate images. That era is over. The money, the serious money, is moving into physical AI. Systems that don't just think, but build, design bridges, engineers drugs, replace the people who currently do the hardest, most specialized work on Earth. Jeff Bezos, the man who automated retail warehouses and turned logistics into a science, is now pointing that same philosophy at heavy engineering and pharmaceutical design. The key players here are Bezos himself, the Prometheus leadership team, and every engineering firm and pharma company that suddenly has a target on its back. The number that stopped me cold is coming up. According to TechCrunch AI, this new round values Prometheus at $41 billion. Let that land for a second. $41 billion. This is a startup, not a company with decades of revenue, not a conglomerate with physical assets across 50 countries. A startup valued higher than most of the legacy engineering firms it's designed to replace. Fluor Corporation, one of the largest engineering and construction companies in the world, has a market cap around $7 billion. Jacobs Solutions, another giant, sits around $18 billion. Prometheus, before delivering a single commercial product, is already valued at more than both of them combined. What that means for you is simple. If you work in engineering, construction, drug design, materials science, or any field that involves translating complex physics into real-world solutions, the company that wants to automate your expertise is already worth more than the companies that currently employ you. By the way, if this kind of story is useful to you, hit like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people. Now, here's where the $12 billion figure gets more interesting. This isn't venture capital in the traditional sense. This is the kind of capital raise that signals a shift in where the global investor class believes value creation is heading. For years, AI investment was about language models, chatbots, and software productivity. Prometheus represents a hard pivot. Physical AI means systems that understand thermodynamics, structural loads, molecular interactions, fluid dynamics, the kind of knowledge that takes human engineers a decade of education and experience to acquire. What I am about to show you is the part most people are missing. Let's talk about the insider angle that nobody else is covering. The framing around Prometheus has been Bezos backs another AI company. That framing is wrong. This is not another AI company. This is an attempt to build the first artificial system that can do end-to-end engineering, from concept to design, to simulation to optimization, without a human engineer in the loop. Think about what that means for you personally. The villain in this story isn't Bezos. He's doing what he's always done. Identifying massive inefficiencies and building machines to eliminate them. The villain is complacency. The engineering and pharmaceutical industries have operated on the assumption that their work is too complex, too physical, too grounded in real-world constraints for AI to touch. That assumption is now a $41 billion bet against them. The people caught in the middle are mid-career engineers and scientists, not the ones at the very top setting strategy, and not the junior ones who can retrain. The ones with 15 to 20 years of specialized expertise who believed that specialization was their moat. Prometheus is designed to drain that moat. The pharma angle is equally sharp. Drug design currently takes over a decade and costs billions per approved molecule. If Prometheus can compress even part of that pipeline, the companies that adapt will thrive and the ones that don't will get acquired or die. Stay with me. The last part is what actually matters. Here's the payoff I've been holding. The most surprising thing about Prometheus isn't the money. It isn't even the ambition. It's the valuation math and what it reveals about investor psychology. $41 billion for a pre-revenue physical AI startup means that the people writing these checks believe that engineering labor, the most protected, most credentialed, most difficult to automate category of human work, is about to be commoditized. Not in 20 years, not in 10. The valuation only makes sense if investors expect Prometheus to begin replacing billable engineering hours within 3 to 5 years. That is the detail that changes everything. This isn't speculative futurism anymore. The capital markets are pricing in the automation of the physical world's hardest problems on a timeline that most working engineers haven't even considered. Here is exactly what happens next. Within 18 months, Prometheus will announce at least one major partnership with either a top 10 pharmaceutical company or a national-scale infrastructure firm. That announcement will force every competitor in both industries to scramble for their own physical AI strategy. And the talent war for people who understand both AI systems and physical engineering will become the most intense hiring competition in tech history. Briefly, before the machines get good enough that even those hybrid roles start to shrink. Before I go, here is your tech tip of the day. If you're working with Python and you need to quickly profile why a script is running slow, stop guessing and use the built-in cprofile module. Run your script with python -m cprofile -s time, your script py. The -s time flag sorts the output by cumulative time, so the biggest bottlenecks float to the top immediately. Most people install third-party profilers or litter their code with manual timers. cprofile is already on your machine. It instruments every function call, and it gives you a complete breakdown in seconds. It's especially powerful when paired with SnakeViz. Pip install SnakeViz, then run SnakeViz on the output file to get an interactive sunburst chart in your browser. You'll find performance problems in minutes that would have taken hours of guesswork. That is your tip for today. $41 billion says the automation of the physical world just started. If you work in engineering or pharma, your timeline to adapt just got shorter than you think. Subscribe to Future Edge. I cover this every single day. See you tomorrow.